Hey guys, welcome back. This is an Empire Wars 1v1 on Enclosed is the map. I'm playing in the blue as the Poles, and in the yellow is JC Hernandez 2 from Colombia, and he is playing as the Mayans. I don't remember playing on this map before. If I have, maybe it was once or twice. So it's relatively new to me. The main thing about it is you have resources scattered all over the place, which means you're going to want to go collect them, but it also means you're vulnerable to raids, etc. So you have to kind of decide what you want to do. If you want to go out early, if you want to try and enclose your own base first, if you want to go into a lot of military, whatever the case might be. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. Myself and some friends have been talking about trying to use petards more often, mostly for fun. And so at some point I will build some of those, but I didn't get to go exactly how I was thinking about going. His base is actually really easily walled off, especially with the houses and the trees the way they are. Mine isn't terrible, but a few more houses required to really seal it off. I left the gold and went on stone early. Like I said before many times, the Poles, you know, if I can collect gold and stone, why not collect that versus only one resource? So I'm at 35 villagers. He's at 35 villagers, so we're neck and neck as far as production goes, economy-wise. He is sending some Eagle Warriors, or Eagle Scouts, down here. Right now, this is what he sees. So he has, you know, scouted out my base. I don't remember if I did. Yeah, no, I haven't. Not at that point. Kind of push these deer in a little bit closer to the folkwork. But building some spearmen, I understand that he has Eagle Warriors and not stable units, but it was just something to put out there as some kind of guard. I will discover him soon here. And unbeknownst to me, he had walled up his gold and even attempts to wall up some of his berries as well. And his entire base is walled in, so really there's not a whole lot of anything that's susceptible to raiding at this point. And something, I don't know, I guess that's a mod or something that the people added, but it's new to me seeing the things pop up when you're researching stuff. And he has 4 Eagle Scouts diving in here,
Gotowa jest, witajcie.
trying to kill my poor little villager here. Unfortunately, I lose that villager.
Do waszych usług.
You know, and if you're not aware, spears don't do that well against
Jakieś rozkazania?
Eagle Scouts. But, and him targeting my scouts.
Owszem.
So, killed 2 of my scouts and a villager. Things looking pretty good for him.
Do waszych usług.
One of his Eagle Scouts was lost, and one was almost killed. But, you know, overall, a good trade for him. He has 3 more over here. Research bloodlines. Getting some of my own scouts out. And taking advantage of these free berries that are everywhere.
Do waszych usług.
Adding in some more Eagle Scouts.
Jakieś rozkazania? Owszem.
And another barracks. I'm at 41 villagers even with that one loss. He's at 42, so we're neck and neck as far as production. I just lost that one villager, unfortunately.
Shot it.
And he really wants to keep me off stone. Now, I'm not sure why I decided it would be a good idea to come in here and fight. But I did realize that was not such a great idea. I need to fall back. Kind of hoping maybe I can get his Eagle Warriors in my base and kill him with the TC. Or other villagers. My villagers will heal if they have enough time. Did lose another villager. So he's at 42 villagers in Olmston Castle. I'm at 41 villagers because I've lost 2. And I'm about halfway up the castle. So he's a little bit ahead of me. And thankfully for me, he does not see my other folk work. If we go to the Fog of War, if he looks closely, he'll notice that some of the berries are being taken, but he does not notice that. So his villagers are peacefully taking some food. And here I am looking for a pick or two. I've lost a couple of villagers and haven't got anything yet, really. So now it's my turn. And that villager had 9 food as well. That's a nice little pick. And that's what I was talking about, the upgrade. Not sure if I like it or not. It reminds me of the meme with the woman looking at the glass and all the stuff popping up in front of her. I don't know if she's looking at the glass or not, but there's stuff popping up in front of her trying to figure things out. Alright, so he's at 41 villagers still. Both players are in castle now. Trying to get this palisade up. Kind of surprised he didn't react sooner. Also, I don't think he realizes that there's a hole here. I don't think I realize there's a hole there. Oh, man. But I do now. Okay, cool. And he's going to have to respond here in a second. Alright, yeah. Bleeding Palisades, trying to get his villagers out. Do not get a pick, I don't think, but was able to force him off a stone for a while. A little hit and run tactic there. Getting more scouts out and already upgraded them to light cav. Dropping 2 TCs. Meanwhile, he's dropping his second TC as well. Interesting, it appears that there's you can get to his TC, you just have to go between these houses. I wonder if that was intentional or not. Refreshing lumber camps. Something that's really important to do if you have the wood. Go ahead and get those lumber camps closer to the villagers and the wood lines. Do have 1 attack and 1 armor upgrade on them. And there is 13 Eagle Scouts here and a forward siege workshop. Eagle Warrior, excuse me.
Owszem.
And more being accumulated up here. 2 TCs. I have 54 villagers. He has 47, so he is really focusing on getting his military numbers up at the expense of his economy a little bit. Currently have 8 light cab over here. So a little bit of a monk siege push here with Eagle Warriors as the military. Coming in here while I was trying to get a market up. We'll have to fall back. Was not expecting a Mangonel to come out. That surprised me. Losing another villager. So far I think I've lost 3 villagers to his 1. And even military Katie is in his favor as well. And I'm having to bring my light cav back. I had 9 of them ready to look for some picks and everything, and unfortunately have to come back because of this siege pushing my TC. And a second Mangonel being added in. So I haven't decided what I'm going to name this video yet, but I'm thinking something along the lines of perfectly timed events or something like that, because as you will see here, another villager goes down for me. There's several key events where things are perfectly timed, whether on accident or on purpose. I like to think that I tried to do it on purpose. but it turned the tide of the game significantly by exactly how the units were positioned. So he's going forward with these Eagle Warriors.
Shot it.
I come around the backside here and just happen to catch his Mangonels and his priests exposed. I will say I intentionally maneuvered him like that, but it worked out perfectly with him sending his Eagle Warriors forward. And so I lose a TC here, but he lost 2 priests and 2 Mangonels. So not a bad trade for me. And he's going to fall back. I did add in a knight or 2 as well. Yeah. So now he's going to attack my house walls here. Houses recently got a little bit of a nerf as far as how well they hold up. I send my army in here because I want to force him away so I can re-wall. Don't really want to fight. I just want to keep my economy safe. So he loses 2 Eagle Warriors, I lose a scout. I can handle that. Unfortunately for me, another Mangonel is up. Lose another villager. And really, he set the tone for this entire engagement. Losing 2 more villagers. And the Eagle Warriors are now in my base. There's a little bit of a gap right here. Trying to get that Mangonel. Unfortunately, run into a pile of Eagle Warriors. Losing some military members here. 3 scouts, or light cav, excuse me. And he's trying to keep them in front of his Mangonel. Looking for a chance. And decided to split it up between getting the priest, and actually his own Mangonel shot did a pretty decent job taking out some of his own Eagle Warriors, and I take out the Mangonel with the last hit of my knight. So another Mangonel, another priest down. Unfortunately, I lost the majority of my military, but I decided I'm going to transition into the Polish unique unit from the castle, the Obuk, and I don't think he's expecting that. Ended up building a university to help protect the base. And meanwhile, he's on his way to Imperial Age. Not looking too hot for me in that respect. Heavy on stone. Probably wants to get a castle out pretty soon. Has 18 Eagle Warriors with upgrades. And I'm dropping a second castle. So the Obuk used to be created in 9 seconds. They recently got a little bit of a nerf where now it takes 12 seconds. It's still not terrible though. They produce relatively quick. I got the some infantry upgrades for them as well. The yellow player's at 51 villagers currently. And even with the villagers that I've lost, I've been consistently pumping out villagers with 68 villagers right now. I did lose that 1 TC, I built another TC, so I'm operating on 3 TCs. Yellow is operating on 2 TCs. And the second castle is up for me. Oh, actually, excuse me, 4 TCs. I have one over here on the stone as well. Going heavy on stone because I want that gold. I got the stone upgrades as well. I want that gold and I want that stone.
Owszem.
And yellow's sending villagers forward. He has enough for a castle, yep. We'll drop a castle on my already weakened house wall. Almost into Imperial Age. There he is now. Trying to get some additional houses up just to provide more of a buffer. And so now I have 2 castles here. And I've decided I'm going to keep pumping out Obuk. And I want to say I add in some petards as well pretty soon. But I've got a problem over here. These are Eagle Warriors now. I believe he might even get the upgrade, maybe. Can't remember. But either way, they're doing good work versus my house wall. And unfortunately for me, there's a little bit of a gap right here
Witajcie.
that I noticed a second too late. Yep. They are elite Eagle Warriors now. Tried to block that gap last second. Trying to get this castle up. Really don't want to doubt castle. I don't know why he didn't commit to trying to raid my wood lines there. But he decided to fall back. And I get that castle up. So now I have 3 castles up. But the problem is I'm just now clicking up to imp. About a fourth of the way, and he's already an imp with trebs out. So what I need to take out that castle ASAP and his trebs, that way he can't keep on producing trebuchets and pressuring me until I'm in an imp. So I decided I'm going to start adding in some petards here. I see one
Jakieś
here.
rozkazania?
Got to keep that castle up though. If that castle goes down, my main base is in serious trouble. Currently have 72 villagers. He's at 51. And I think honestly he's going for all-in strat and focusing mostly on military and really is neglecting his economy a little bit. Got some villagers here on my castle trying to keep it up. There we go, some more petards there. And a decent amount of obuk.
Babisz? Siary. A sikie?
Got 6 petards right now.
Owszem.
34 obuk. His castle is hanging in there barely. I'm almost to Imperial Age. It's just enough to keep him from flooding into my base and destroying everything. He's added in a second treb and even some plumed archers. And once again, what I said about things being perfectly timed, my castle goes down, but I also just hit Imperial Age. I'm going to garrison these villagers forward,
Do waszych usług.
and I have 34 obuk
Do waszych usług.
and 8 petards. And if I don't act now and get something helpful towards myself, like, this game is over for me. But these obuk are fantastic against siege, and they're fantastic against buildings and even infantry. They're just all around pretty awesome. And this engagement right here is going to be what saves my butt. Thankfully for me, the castle is attacking this lumber camp over here. These obuk are shredding these elite Eagle Warriors. Petards, a couple more petards still leaking in. Adding in a treb as well. Trying to get this castle down. The score is now in my advantage. His army's been mostly mopped up. Got a treb and another treb coming out here on this castle. He's trying to repair it with his villagers here. Trying to do a hit and run with his archers. But these obuk are pretty tanky guys, 80 hit points. Decent amount of armor as well, and the castle goes down. Another treb is out. And just like that, it's over with. From being pressured, from having 30 plus elite Eagle Warriors inside your base, castle down, and a combination of 34 obuk and 8 petards changed the entire tide of the battle. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Something a little different. You don't normally see a lot of petards. I do plan on making more videos involving petards just for fun. So look out for that. Alright guys, we'll catch you next time.